What's up, everybody, and welcome to day 30 of Foundation and day 9 of our test week. Today's the last day. Congratulations on making it through this entire program. If you've done every single practice session all the way from day 0 all the way through today, you'll have practiced for about 30 hours in a month, and that's fantastic. That is truly laying the foundation for what you want to be as a drummer, with the focus, the discipline, getting your hands faster, getting your mind stronger, understanding how to practice. There's about 1,000 things we could look back and reflect on through this, and I hope you do. I truly hope you take the time to look at your growth, look at your practice journal, where you started to where you are now. But before we celebrate, before we get to High Five City, we got one more pass on singles from 120 to 130, so let's take care of it. Knockout day 30. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. I knew you'd be back. I'm excited to get started here. We are working on single strokes. We're going from 120, we're going to 130. That's our goal tempo for this exercise right now. Here's a quick reminder of some things that are worth thinking about. Decide what you need to work on. Only you know what you need to work on. Not me. I can't see it. Not yet. There may be a way in the future. I don't know. We'll check with AI. Anyway, all that said, you got your sticks, you got your pad or your drums, however you're doing this, get ready to play, and we're going to dive right in at 120 beats per minute. Take a deep breath. Remember your grip, remember your setup, remember the exercise. I got it down here for you, even if you got it memorized, even better. You should, I'll say this real quick, you should try and memorize this. It doesn't take very long to memorize this exercise, so then you can think a lot more about these things that I told you before. If you're reading along, you're going to have to work a little bit harder to worry about grip, setup, whatever it is that you're working on, because you're just trying to do two things at once. Memorize this music and you'll be in great shape. And here we go. We're at 120 and you got to play along with me. We're full out here. I'll let you know if we need to start dropping the heights, but right now, get it up. All the way up. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. One, two, again, go. Two more reps here. Last time. 1, 2, here we go. Very good. All right, I didn't talk very much during that first chunk of this exercise because I want you to just get your hands ready. I want to get your mind in the right tempo. I want you to start to feel how your hands feel as you're working through this. Remember your feet, remember hand transitions, stopping the stick, nice and rebound, make your hands feel the same. I'll give some little coaching tips as we move forward here, but you know, it's important. I'm happy to give these cues, things that help myself, hopefully they help you, but you have to also know your own cues. You got to remember what's top of mind for you, and so I want to give you some space to think about that. So hopefully that was a good introduction to, you know, where we're at tempo-wise, how your hands feel. And now we're ready. We're bumping it up. We got to start moving. The clock's ticking. Time's moving. We got to get to 1:22. And we're still full out. All right? Think about how that felt. Micro adjustments. And we're at 122. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Stay relaxed. Even the downstrokes. Especially the downstrokes. Two, 1, 2, here we go. You can always look down if you need to. Very good. 1, 2, here we go. Memorize how this feels. Make every note sound the same. Last time at this tempo. 2, here we go. Stay on top of the tempo. Make sure you got energy. Very last time. Even though I might have said last time. Very good. Shake it out. See, as we increase the tempo, see if you start to notice any tension somewhere in your body. Is your posture still, a little bit energetic? Or do you feel like you're starting to tense up a little bit? We're not dramatically faster. I'm just asking. I don't know. Maybe the answer is no. Maybe your posture is great. I hope so. It should be. But if it's not, make sure you work on that. We're bumping the tempo. We're at 124. Make the change. Think about it just a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Don't get too fast. 2, again, go. Nice smooth transitions. Yeah. 2, 1, 2, again, go. No tension. A lot of energy in the downstrokes. Last time at this tempo. 1, 2, again. Woo! Very good. If you see me looking down, it's because I got my dog here and I got a nice blanket set up for him and he's just moving it around. God knows what he's doing. He's making his new bed. It needs to be slightly more comfortable. You good, buddy? You good? And now he's staring right at me. Just like you. All right. How did that feel? Were your hands as smooth in transition as they were before? Think about it, right? Make sure that your left hands feel the same as your right hands. And make sure your eighth notes feel exactly the same when we put them together for 16th notes. That's why we do it. Eighth notes just moved a little bit closer. Sounds like 16th notes. Sounds like it. It is 16th notes. We're at 126. I'm done talking. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Two, 1, 2, again, go. Don't forget about your tacit hands. Two more times here. 1, 2, ready, go. Last time. 1, 2, ready, go. Keep the energy up. Full out. Don't get tired yet. Way too early for that. Very good. 4 reps goes by pretty fast as we start bumping the tempo. Doesn't take very long. One thing to think about, if you're not already thinking about it, make sure you match your foot with the tempo once we make the change, and then play to your feet. If you're moving both feet, play to both your feet. Feel the 1s and the 3s, feel the 2s and the 4s, whichever foot you got on whatever beat. Here we go. Look at this. We're already at 128. We're flying through this. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Very good. On top of the tempo. One, 2, again, go. Two more times here. 1, 2, ready, go. I hope I just said last time. I don't even remember. It's a lot to keep track of when you have no script. It's important to know that. All right. Hopefully that felt good. Make sure you're staying nice and legato as you're pushing into the drum. The stick still wants to come straight up back for you, right? You don't have to do any extra work. You don't need to squeeze any harder. You need to keep your hands feeling as close to the same as they did when we were doing 80 beats per minute. Just a little bit faster, right? The technique is the technique. It doesn't change anywhere near here yet, right? There will be a point where you need to start like thinking about fingers and things might shift a little bit. We're not there yet. You know where we are at though. We're at 130. We're at our goal tempo here. Deep breath. Listen to the tempo. Think about what your tendencies are. Think about your errors before they happen so you can skip them. You don't need to have errors. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Very good. Nice and even. Here we go. Two more times. 1, 2, ready, go. Keep the heights up. Still a full out. There you go. Hopefully that went well. If that went well, you're in great shape. We're ready to move it on up. And if that felt a little like, I feel like I'm pushing it right now and my technique's starting to suffer, back it off a little bit, right? Hit rewind, go back to 124, go back to the beginning of this, or even go back a video, get your hands back into that great technique memorization, that feeling, and then bring it back here. It's not a race, but if you start to feel like, you know what, this doesn't feel like the correct technique, you're probably right. And another tip that I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, hopefully you're playing in front of a mirror so you can see yourself. You can compare, you know, what do I look like versus where do I want to look like? Can I see tension in my body somewhere? All that kind of good stuff. But if that felt good, or even if, you know, if that's at the upper end of where we're at, we're bumping it. We're at 134, and then we're going to make 130 feel like nothing. This goes fast. You'll feel this. We're still full out though. You do not have permission to lower the heights. I want you to fight through it because you can. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Very good. Stay on top of the tempo. Very good. 2, 1, 2, again, go. Smooth out your hand transition. Follow your feet. Last time here. Very good, very good. All right, now I want to quickly bump back down to 130, and then we want to feel the difference. This is slower, so be in control, all right? We're doing 2 performance reps. Think about all of your tendencies, all right? This is what we're aiming for perfection. See, put a little bit of pressure on yourself. See if you can make yourself a little nervous. Picture yourself in a stadium, whatever you're playing, in front of a huge audience, right? This is the pressure. This is what counts. Here we go. Make the shift. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Very good. Again. And we're done. We did it. That's 130 beats per minute. I hope that felt good to you. If it didn't feel so good, go back and do it again. Get some more reps. You can jot them all down, take a practice journal, write down how many reps you're doing, what felt good, what didn't feel good, and why. All right? But if you're ready, if that felt good, we're going on to the next one. Thanks for playing along, and I'll see you there.